Hi everybody, it's Anjanette AJ from AJ's Personal Touch. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. It's Sunday, January 14th, and for those of you who live in the Midwest around where I am, and even more north of me, I hope you're inside staying warm. We have wind chills of negative 25 today. Very cold. I had wanted to come on and do a crochet and chat, like I've seen other people do. But I had wanted to come on about an hour ago to do that because my husband was still at work. He's still gone right now because he was going to go to the grocery store just to make sure that he got there because he's got to go help my daughter tomorrow get a new car and drive somewhere that's like an hour away. It's all this snow. It shouldn't be so bad because I don't think it's supposed to snow again tomorrow. So he won't be driving when there's actually snow blowing. But I got a text from a friend who moved to Arizona, and something like, how's the snow, or stay out of the cold, or I can't remember exactly how he started it, but so I chatted with him for a while. And then I was thinking, wow, it's kind of strange because one of my good friends who I've actually met through YouTube is in Arizona right now. For those of you who know Nana's Crochet Ideas, she's there for a conference. So, like, yeah, it'd be nice to be in Arizona about right now. And then I thought a little bit longer, and I believe a friend that I grew up with. I mean, before I even started school, I knew him. I'm thinking since a toddler. Him and his twin brother lived across the street from us. He comes from a family of like 8 kids, if I remember right. But they were the youngest. They're the ones that my brother and I knew the best. He moved out to Arizona, I believe. If it's not Arizona, it's right around there. So, anyway, I decided if we have time, I'll sit and chat and crochet. By the way, welcome back to my subscribers and welcome into anybody new. Boom. Starting forgetting things right off the bat. I kind of wanted to come on and start and I can't think now. What was I going to say? Oh, I was thinking of doing a live where I could just chat with you guys, and hopefully you'd crochet, at the same time. But then I'm thinking Kaylin and I are going to do that Wednesday night on our live for this month. Just sit and crochet and chat with you. And I thought I'd try something different. So we'll see. If I have time, I will definitely sit and chat and crochet. But I got a box yesterday, and it's not yarn, but I've talked about some of these products with you guys before. And again, I'm not trying to sell anything to you guys. I just want to show you what I like, what I truly love for my hair. Because having a chronic illness, one of the things that happens is you get really, really bad dry hair that falls out. My hair used to be super thick. I mean, this is so thin now. I used to not even be able to get a regular hair tie around my ponytail. I mean, I could put it on and it would be loose, but then I would try to double it over and it would be so hard and I'd have breakage. So I was very happy when they started making the extra large ones. But due to all of the surgeries that I have had, I've lost a lot of hair. Because the surgery itself wreaks havoc on your body. But then you add in anesthesia, and all the other stuff, medications, especially pain medications, for anybody. I mean, even when you have a baby, you will lose some hair. So I go in every 3 weeks, you guys know, to have a pain block. So every time I have a pain block, I lose more hair. I think my body is getting used to it. I don't lose as much as I used to, which is good because I would be afraid that I'd be bald by now. But what this is a box of natural products. I know one was a gift that she sent to me because she had been sick for a while and one of the formulas she made me just didn't work the same. And she realized that she forgot an ingredient. I tried to fix it because she told me what it was, but she didn't tell me how to actually add it in. And yeah, it ended up not working out for me. And I love it. It's a natural deodorant that she has figured out how to make that takes the moisture away. No smell. It takes a lot of, I mean, she made a cream that helps do a lot of things that I've told you guys about before. That helps with my scar tissue and all of that kind of stuff. And somebody used it under their arms just because they had some kind of a rash. But they also happened to have alopecia and found out that this lotion helped take, it worked as a really good deodorant for them. And they had tried everything, all natural stuff, non-natural stuff, and they could not find anything that would keep them from having their clothes drenched. And I'm sorry, that may not be alopecia. That might be the wrong word for it. But it's whatever it is when you sweat a lot and you can't help it. Your body just naturally releases a lot of water. Sorry, my brain and my terminology today may be wrong. Let me see if I can find the correct word. Anyway, it helps with that. Plus, I have some hair products in there that I purchased from her with my Christmas money. Causes sweat. Hyperhidrosis. There we go. That's what it is. I knew I was saying something wrong. So sorry about that. Yeah, alopecia is hair loss, which is probably why it popped into my brain. I don't have alopecia yet, but I have very, very thin hair. I used to get perms, and with my hair being long down to like mid-back, you automatically, even with thin hair, need at least 1.5 perm solutions. My hair was so thick, they used to have to use 2 to 3 boxes in order to cover it all because it was just so thick, and to get it to curl because sometimes it just wouldn't take the curl. So, I mean, I used to have really amazing thick hair. I miss it a lot. I don't miss it being as thick as it was, but I do miss having thick hair. Now, she has a package within a package in here because she was sending me the deodorant before I got a hold of her and told her that I wanted to get some shampoo. bear with me. I know she uses cellophane wrapping. Oh my goodness. And a lot of tape. Oh my goodness. I always know there's going to be a ton of tape anytime she sends me stuff. Okay, so here's the natural deodorant that she sent me. It's closed up so tight, I'm not going to open it to show it to you. I mean, it's just going to look like a beige colored deodorant. Turned something off on my phone that I wasn't supposed to. Alrighty. This, oh my goodness, this is a hair serum and it's called All the Things. And it literally does all the things. And that's why she calls it that. When I get out of the shower, I put a little bit on my hair. It helps to extra moisturize your hair. But it also acts, if you use a lot of hot irons, hair straighteners, a lot of heat on your hair, it acts as a heat protectant. I don't need to use mousse with this, so I don't get crunchies, but it also keeps frizz out, and it keeps, when I curl my hair, it keeps it nice and curly. It just does all the things. And it has a scent to it that I just absolutely love. My husband, on the other hand, does not. I do. This is hand cream, non-scented, because my husband can't handle scents. And it just keeps my hands very moisturized. What I like about the products the most, besides the fact that they work so well, is that they are all natural and they're vegan. And she says you could actually, if you wanted to, you could eat them. You know, not that she would advise it, you know, but like what I like about my Reveal, where do I have my bottle of Reveal? Here's my Reveal. This is the one that helps with the scarring and stuff. When Little Bit had her kittens last year, actually, no, the year before. Not this last summer, but the summer before. One of them had made one of her teats extremely raw, and she was having a really hard time nursing that baby, which I found out when I was looking up stuff because we had never had a cat that gave birth before. So I wanted to learn everything that I could. That for every kitten that a mother cat has, they have a teat that is specifically for them. So that every time they go to nurse on their mother, they go to the same one. There's a different scent for each of them when she's feeding them. I just found that so amazing. And I had read that before right after I saw that, it was raw. Well, I took the Reveal knowing that it was, safe, and I put it on there, and the next day it was healed, and the baby was able to eat the way that she, you guys also know that we lost the babies, all of them, not by natural means, which is really sad. Somebody hurt them. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. We didn't know if it was a he or she, but it was thriving after that. But anyway, see how much I use my Nourish. This tube is so flat, and I had been squeezing it to get everything left out that I can. And the other thing that I do with her hand cream and the Reveal, I actually have in my room one of, it's a dispenser. It's one that it moves up with it so it doesn't have air and airless or vacuum sealed. A vacuum sealed container that I keep the reveal in. And I have an extra one that I'm thinking about maybe putting my hand cream in. But what I do if I have the tubes are just really easier for travel. But if I could find room over here, that would be nice to have one over here for when I'm using it at home. But anyway, there's a lot of product left in here. And with her products, you need just a little bit. I can use a small pea-sized amount of this and it'll be fine. And plus, then I don't have a ton of it on my hands while I'm crocheting. I may need to use it more depending on what yarn I'm using. Like you guys know, I'm trying to desensitize myself to the really soft yarns that take all the moisture out of my hands. So this has been helping a lot. But at this point, it's getting hard to take any more out. And if you look down here, you can tell there's a lot more product in here. I love this bottle because it's see-through. And so I can take scissors and open it and dig it all out. Take a spoon, put it in a small container, you know, save little tiny containers. Like if you get those little pots of lips smackers or whatever they were, you can save little containers or buy little ones at Amazon and just put the leftovers in there. So I got my Nourish hand cream that I needed. And then this should be, ooh, she sent me more than I thought she was going to. She sent me two shampoo and conditioner, and these are rosemary mint. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how awesome this smells. She also has lavender, which I can't handle lavender, so I don't ever get the lavender. And sometimes she'll experiment with scents. She makes products for different hair salons, like out in the West Coast. And I don't know, she may even have some around, you know, here now, where she makes the products that they actually put like their salon name on the labels. But this is rosemary mint. And the nice thing about this, if you like a cleansing conditioner, this can be used as a cleansing conditioner without the shampoo. But I have needs for regular shampoo because my hair, well, this is, again, it's natural, so it doesn't suds up as much. I have need for this as well because I do have oily hair. It's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be that if I didn't wash my hair every day, I would have oil dripping down into my forehead. And I had to perm my hair. Absolutely had to get a perm because the perm would take the moisture out. I don't know if it's all the surgeries and stuff, but that has also gone away a lot. Not completely, but gone away a lot. But what I also love with, this is another rosemary mint. I didn't know if she had, she had made at Christmas time one year. It was a mandarin jasmine, and oh my goodness, my favorite scent of all. And I was like, if you have any of that left, I would love to get a couple bottles. But it was so good. She completely sold out of all of it. And she hasn't made any more since then. She's been having health issues, chronic health issues the last couple of years. She didn't even know she was sick for a couple of years. She had something that came on so slow, but had been affecting her. And she's like, oh, she's just so much better now. But the other thing I love to do with her conditioner that she told us all that we can do is when my hair starts to get looking like straw and a little brittle, and it's almost time for me to do this. So maybe next week I will, about a half an hour before I'm going to go in to take my shower, I will take the conditioner and I will put it on pretty thick, especially down at the bottom part. I don't do it a lot up here because that's where I still get a lot of my natural oils, you know, from around the scalp. But down here it gets really dry. So I will mask it. And then sometimes I do my whole head. And then I take a towel thing that I have, which I want to crochet some. These were bought, they're called Turbo Twisties or something like that. But I'll put that on over it so that it gives it a little bit of heat. and I'll let it sit on there for a good half hour, 45 minutes. If it's really bad, I'll leave it on for like an hour. There was a day that I completely forgot. I put it on and I got busy, and I mean, I had taken the hair thing off because it had dried, and I forgot that I had done it. And I went to take a shower, and it had literally been on for about 3 hours. But it's natural and all that, so it didn't hurt me at all. So yeah, that's everything in here. And she makes other things. She's a scientist. She said when she was little, they didn't have hardly any money. So she learned how to make her own, like, lip smackers and things. And she saved the tubes from, like, she would get them as a Christmas present, or like in her stocking, you know, little things of lip stuff, the ones that had the tins where the top came off, and that she would save them, clean them out, and then she would make her own to give to her sisters for Christmas. But she made this, and I absolutely love it. And I forgot to tell her that I would probably need another bottle, but it's called Revive, and it's for your nails. You can use it as a base coat. I've used it as a top coat. You can put some in a container and add some color to it, and it'll go on as whatever color. And if you like to use nail wraps, specifically lacquer ones that dry out, that you have to use it within 7 days after opening it, or it will dry out and you have to throw it away, this brings it back. It's like amazing, because I used to keep them in a Ziploc bag, because when I did direct sales, I worked for a company called Jamberry, and that's what we sold. It was the vinyl ones at first that you have to use heat to apply them. And then when lacquer ones were becoming popular, they started making the lacquer ones. And I love them, except for, you know, I didn't use them all that quickly. And I used it on some of my really old ones, and it works. And it's just like really cool. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all my products. As I said, I didn't come on here to try and sell you anything. I just wanted to tell you what I use, and it has helped me greatly. I've even seen an improvement in some of my health because I'm using natural products versus, you know, the cheaper non-natural ones, the ones that have more chemicals that we're all used to. I mean, they're putting more and more natural in the stores, which is fantastic. But they also have some companies that lie about what their ingredients are. So you just have to be careful about all of that. And I know she's making these. I know she's not testing them on animals or anything like that. And that they're even safe for my animals if I need to use them on them. So it's all good stuff. They're a little pricier than, you know, what you're going to get in the store, but not much. I mean, it's not like if you go and buy some of the top name natural brands, it's not that expensive. She's actually cheaper than that. So if any of you happen to want to try some of her products, I can send you the link. And then if you would want to buy any, it's completely up to you. Like I said, I'm not really trying to sell to you. I'm just trying to show you what I like. I'm not a good seller, as you could tell. If I was trying to sell to you, I don't do a good job. So, that's why I didn't do good with my direct sales. That's why I have a ton of stuff in the back room that I need to, I don't know, put up for sale, try to make some money off of. But Jamberry's not bringing in much money where it used to bring in a lot if you sold them through like eBay or somewhere else. It's not the same now because the company went bankrupt. So Anyway, I have a ton of wraps. If anybody likes the vinyl ones that you have to heat them to put on, I have a lot of them, and I am willing to sell them. I bought them when the company wasn't telling us that they were having issues, so they put a lot of stuff on sale, and I didn't know that was a sign that there may be issues. When they do a lot of flash sales and stuff like that, that's a sign that, a company's having problems. I learned that too late. So I bought up inventory, especially when they were discontinuing a lot of ones that I knew that my customers liked and that they would probably, buy them from me. And actually a lot of them had said, can't afford that right now, but I wish it wasn't going away because I would, purchase it in the future. So I went ahead and bought some while they were on sale, and I spent more money than I should have, but I thought I was going to recoup it. So I have more wraps than I'll ever wear in my lifetime, especially because I stopped putting them on for a while. I need to start again because my nails are pretty brittle now, and that also comes from all the surgeries. And the vinyl wraps, I used to always laugh because people would tell me, oh, I'm going to wait until my nails get better, until I, use enough collagen or, whatever to make them healthier. And your nails actually can get healthier if you use the stuff that you need to use, like especially the oil, cuticle oil, a good one. Your nails will naturally get better if you put the vinyl wraps over them, because the vinyl wraps are going to take all of the wear and tear, or most of the wear and tear, because they're on top of your nails protecting them. As long as you take it off the right way and you don't just rip them off, they will do so much. They'll help so much more. Anyway, if you're interested, I can't remember if the link is already in my description box for the page. I know it's got the name Reveal in it. If it's not down there and you're interested, contact me and I'll get you the link. And you can go and look at all the different products she has. She has other products that I don't use, like facial serum and moisturizer and stuff. It's just, I've got enough oil in my face that I can't put moisturizers and stuff on it because it makes it oilier. Hers is the only moisturizer that I can use sometimes, but I still can't use it all the time because it's pretty light and it works really well. But she has a serum, and she calls it gold, liquid gold, I think, and everybody just loves it because it makes their face look so much, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But I can't use it because all it does for mine is makes it incredibly oily. The thing that I like about her shampoos, though, going back to them, and conditioner, is that they're made for all hair types. She has, like I said, different beauty salons, and it's all the same formula, and it works on all hair types. Excuse me, my throat is starting to bother me. So, he's not home yet. We're going on 28 minutes. I'm going to take maybe the next 10 minutes or so and just sit and crochet and chat with you. If you would ever like me to share more about her products or anything, again, just let me know. I'm happy to share, anything. If you ever see something that I use, if I'm using a hook or yarn or something that you want to know more about and how I like it, just ask me. I would be happy to tell you all about it. You guys know me pretty much by now, I would think. I'm a pretty open book. I'm going to move this so I can sit back and not have to sit up as straight as I was. And I put my table right on top of my bag, which is a bad thing to do. There we go. It was stuck. Yeah, I guess I thought there was yarn in there that it was messing up, but I guess not. So, speaking of a bag, I have the yarn for this in my whisk bag because the yarn can just roll in there and I don't have it rolling all around on the floor. Because this yarn is not a center pole yarn, or at least I've never found the center pole for them for all of them that I have used. So let me take this off. And I have found, what I found that works for me with this thicker yarn, I believe it's super bulky, I think it's a size 6, that when I put a stitch marker on it, I put it through here like you're supposed to, but because this is such big yarn, it will pull through anyway and pull out the stitch. But then I take it around and I attach it to the side so that it's not gonna get pulled through anywhere. And then I have learned through the years now to keep my stitch marker over on the side somewhere or on the bottom so that I can find it when I'm done and it doesn't get lost. Let me see, I've been writing down what stitch I'm using on what row so I don't get this wrong. I had to completely undo this yesterday because while I was sick and not feeling well, I had completely messed up some of the rows and I had like a couple stitches of one stitch and then I would go into the other stitch and it was just completely botched. But I couldn't tell them at first because this is so busy. But if you look at the way I'm doing it, it's very textured. You have the one stitch that's down thinner and then thicker, thinner, thicker, thinner, thicker. So.
Oh, there you are. You're starting to make me nervous, girl.
I'm going to put you on pause for just a second. Okay, I hope it's not too loud when he goes in and out. I'm on a row of single crochet right now. He was asking me about the cats because with it being wind chill of -25, we have the cats outside and we have Mr. Chark here who just came in, who didn't come in with him at first, but I had to let him know. He did come in a little bit ago, but he was only in for a couple minutes. I pet him, I warmed him up, and he was right back outside. Just one of those days. As soon as I woke up today, it's been nice. Today's the first day that I felt actually pretty good, as I'm sure you can tell. I'm talking better. My throat still hurts. Still in a lot of pain, but you know, I tend to just suck it up. But I wanted to come on and spend time with you guys because I have completely missed all of my time with you. I don't have as many videos out. Again, this is something new I wanted to try. I didn't plan on showing you all the products when I was thinking of coming on today, but then I decided, like I said, that you just might want to hear about them. You never know, somebody out there is having issues. I don't talk much about the reveal anymore, even though for me and some of my family members who get it, we call it our miracle cream. It helps with rosacea and lots of different things. So, again, it's just something that I love and will always use. I'm going to put you on hold again here. I'm about done with this row. Just one of those days, with it being so cold, we're trying to get the cats to come in and stay inside, but for whatever reason, Charcoal just does not want to stay inside. And we can't find Fluff. He's the white one that we've been letting come in because he's cold. Actually, and Boots, if he wanted to come in, we'd let him in too. He's the most feral of all of them. Fluff is grown up in a house, and we believe that charcoal did too. But for whatever reason, they still want to go back outside, even though, like last year, Charcoal lived in the house with us all winter, and we were surprised when he wanted back out in the summer. And Fluff seems like he wants to stay inside too, but for whatever reason, he goes back out in the mornings and then is just so anxious to get back in. And I think it may be because the house that he was raised in is 2 doors down, and the people just kind of, one person in the house booted him out, and it's the person who's in charge of the house. And he goes back because he wants his kids. The kids love him to death, and he loves them too. So he goes back and he sits in front of the door, and he just waits for somebody to let him in, and they don't. And it's really sad. Oh, I needed that. Okay. Now, like I said, I believe in yesterday's video, if you guys want me to write the patterns down for this, I think I'm going to anyway. It's one reason why I'm keeping the notes. But it's just alternating rows, and I'm really loving this one. I like the other one that I did too, and it was also alternating rows, the one that I made for Kahlua, and I showed it a couple videos back. And I'll come on and I will show both of them side by side when I'm done with this one. I think my husband just chuckled when I said that I made for Kahlua, because Kahlua is actually laying in the one that I made for a little bit right now, which is the cat bed made out of this color. It turned out larger than Kahlua's did, so sometimes I think she just likes it because it's larger. But I don't know. She used to lay in the smaller one too, but after I made the blanket and I put it inside of it thinking that it would make it more comfortable for her, I think it's taken up most of the room, so she just hasn't laid on it, but now a little bit does. So I have a feeling they're just going to switch beds. But it's nice because I'll be able to take the blankets out, and when we take them to the vet, we can always put these in, the carriers with them if we want to, depending on what they're going to the vet for. Like, Little Bit went for a booster shot the other day, and she ended up messing in the carrier on the way home, and we have a blanket in there, so we had to clean it all out. So I don't know if I actually want to but we'll see. It'll depend on what it's for, but it's always nice to have something. Like, I'm learning more and more. I've been watching Jackson Galaxy a lot, and if they have their own scent with them or something that's scented with your scent, they tend to like that. And when I made the first bed and neither of them were going to use it, I actually took a tank top of mine that I was getting ready to put in their dirty clothes, and it wasn't like dirty with dirt and stuff. It's just that I had worn it, and it definitely was smelling like me. So I put it inside of the small floppy bed that I made, and Little Bit started laying in it and sleeping in it. It's one of her favorite things to do is when I leave my door open. I've been closing the door to my room a lot because with Fluff being in here, we're not sure how he is yet because we don't know him well enough. I've closed my room because I have a lot of stuff in there I need to pick up and put away that I haven't been able to because of, not feeling well. And Little Bit loves to go into my room, lay on my bed, especially on top of my clothes. Especially if I have like my night clothes because I'm wearing my day clothes. Or like right now, I have my sweatpants in there that I've been wearing when I go to doctor's appointments and stuff, just because they keep me warm right now in the weather and they're more comfortable. And when I went for my my procedure, it was just easier. I wear whatever is easier to get in and out of. When I go for my procedures in the spring, summer, I wear a dress. Just make things faster and nicer. Anyway, on this one, I am alternating one row of single crochets, which is what I did on the previous row. I need to write this one down that I just finished, with a row of half double crochet slip stitch. And I know that there's a lot of people who hadn't heard of that stitch before. I mean, because I just learned about it last year, and I absolutely love it. I love the effect that you get from it. It ends up being about the height of a single crochet, but then it pops out because it's got the double loops on it from having the first yarn over. Can't remember what project I used it in first, but I know that when I made a thing to help curl my hair, I used it in that because it also doesn't give you as much room between stitches like when you use a regular half double, which half doubles, you know, doesn't give you as much space as like a double crochet. So, oops. See there, I almost accidentally, I yarned over instead of not yarning over, so I almost accidentally did the stitch on there. I want to try something where I go back and forth between single crochet and half double slip stitch in the same row, kind of on the lines of like the lemon peel stitch and stuff like that. Oops. I think I'm going to finish 2 more rows and then I'm going to go, so it's not too long. It's already 42 minutes. I have to learn how to mark the videos so that you can skip to whatever you would like. I may go in the editor and find where I start crocheting over, you know, talking about the stuff, and then it's up to you what you want to watch. So if you watch this, I'd love to know, where are you from? What is your weather like right now? Are you in the middle of negative 25 wind chills like we are? Or are you in a nice sunny place like my friend who's in Arizona? And I'm completely jealous. It would be so nice to be in the warmth. Although I say that, but I would never ever want to live anywhere that's warm all year long unless it was someplace that has like springtime weather all year. That I would love.
That's what they have in the winter.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. That's why you said that. I think you.
But I don't like the places that are hot, that are really, really hot in the summer. So that's why I want somewhere that's like springtime all year round. And from what I understand, Southern California is like that. Or maybe no. I think I flipped that. I think it's Northern California. I'm sorry. That would make more sense. But I believe there's some places on the East Coast that are like that as well, like maybe the Carolinas, but I'm not positive. I know I've been in Florida in the summer. I could never, ever move to Florida and live there in the summer. unless, I guess the only possibility if we were ever to, for whatever reason, needing to move to Florida, northern Florida, from what I understand from my sister-in-law when she used to live there, was not as bad as when they moved down um, towards Disney. So let me know. I mean, I know I showed you my products at the beginning of this, um, but let me know what you think of. If you like for me to sit and crochet and chat with you, if you would rather, when I get the feeling of wanting to do this and to just sit and chat and talk with you guys, if you would rather that I do a live so you can chat back with me, let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. Um, I want to start doing some different things this year, especially since I'm cutting out the main video for Blog Hops. I don't want to take away from what I do, with you guys. I promise I'm going to get back to reading Anna Karenina. I had actually thought of doing that today, but my throat is still just sore enough that I knew it wasn't a good idea. Because just sitting here chatting and talking, it'll hurt. But for whatever reason, when I sit and I read and I have to get especially all of the words that I have a hard time pronouncing in that book, which some of you have laughed at me about, and how they have the first and last names of every character. They hardly ever go by just one name unless they're using a nickname, and then it gets confusing because you can't remember which character goes with which nickname sometimes because they're so close together. And it's the names that are the hardest to pronounce. And when you have to say them over and over, it's like, whoa, my throat's hurting even more right now just thinking about it. That will, because I concentrate on it so hard, and that will hurt my throat a little bit more. So I just figured it wasn't time yet, but I am getting back to it because I miss it. I want to know what happens. I left in the middle of the book. At least for those of you who come and haven't watched it yet, you'll be able to watch them all the way through. But I'm definitely getting back to reading it this year. I didn't mean to take such a long break. When I'm done with this, I'll be finishing up the mousse and the tacos, and then I will be done with all crochet things that I absolutely positively have to do for other people, except for what I'm making for myself. Commissioned is what I should have said. I'll be done with my commissioned crochet. And as soon as I'm done cleaning up an area that I can actually sit and work in the back room, I will be finishing up a couple of stitch marker commissions that I have that have all told me, to wait until I get to that point and I can, easily take care of it. And to be honest, I lost I don't know what to call it for that, for crocheting, it's your crojo. I had lost my drive for making stitch markers for a little bit because of, trying to make as many as I could, to have enough to sell for the holidays and that. And if I would have thought about it more, I may not have, decided to try to open a shop. And especially as quickly as I did, I would have sat and made stitch markers and, shown the pictures. And if somebody wanted them, that's fine. But I wouldn't have pushed myself as hard as I did. But it's a learning process. I wanted to know everything. And that's how I am when I start a new craft. I kind of just, jump into it full force. And then later on, lots of times I lose my drive for it until I've had time to, rest, and then I can find a happy medium to try and get done everything I want to get done. So, on that note, I am going to let you guys go because I just finished a total of 4 rows, which I said I was going to do. Okay, this is the back side. I'm going, what did I do wrong? I'm not seeing my my bumps in here, my rows of one that sticks out and then one doesn't. Well, that's on your side. You guys can see it, especially if I put it up like this. You can see how the rows go out and in and out and in. But on this side, it's not completely flat, but it's a lot flatter than on the right side. So you can definitely tell there is a right side and a wrong side. With that, I'm going to let you go. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. And again, let me know if you like this. I promise if I come on and do, to sit and chat and crochet again, if you like it, I won't be showing you other things at the beginning, especially if it's not yarn or, hooks or, something crochet related or whatever I'm doing, because also this year is my year that I want to learn to knit. And that was another thing I was doing before I came on that was taking up some of my time that I had wanted to come on here and do this, is I was looking up Marley Bird's course that she has for people who are crocheters who want to learn how to knit. And I thought I had to wait until she got it back together. And from what I understand, it's a free course to start learning how to knit. But she actually has videos that you can follow. So I'm thinking of doing that when I want to try to learn to knit. But I do have things I need to get done before that. I need to finish the mousse and the taco, of course. And then I need to make a couple of baby items. My doctor, his wife, either has already had a baby or is getting ready to any day. And I wanted to make them something small. I like to do that. I've done it for other doctors and nurses and things in my life, especially those that I see a lot of. And we have a new, either a great niece or great nephew coming into the family. And they had just gotten married, so I'm making stuff for them. Plus, I'm making them a big belated wedding / Christmas for this next year gift. And as you guys know, I wanted to start Christmas early. I have a lot to do, and I have whips to finish. So I have a lot of stuff to work on. But I have some new things. I'm actually going to be working on things for myself, which is what I started doing last year. I used to always just make and make and make for everybody else. So I'm making for myself too. And I have some other ideas that I want to do this year, but I don't quite want to share it all yet. So I hope to see you guys soon. And again, I hope you're staying warm. And I hope you're having a wonderful long weekend for those who have tomorrow off. And I'll see you soon. Remember, you matter. And if you're ever at home and you're lonely and you feel like nobody out there cares, send me a message. I'm here for you. My Mind Messenger on Facebook is the easiest if you have me as a friend on Facebook. If you're in my group and we're not friends and you want to chat, just go into the main chat room, the general chat room, and tell me, hey, AJ, I'd love to chat with you, and we can, then go into a private chat if you want. I'm always here for you guys, no matter what. And also remember, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. Don't let anybody tell you different. I love you guys, and I'll be back soon. Later.